Okay, so we're back doing the stoichiometry review, questions 23 and questions 24. Question 23 asks how many grams of fluorine are needed to produce 145 grams of hydrofluoric acid. So we start with the 145 grams of HF, and we're going to do 3 steps today. So we're going to go from grams to moles. So we're going to divide by the molar mass of HF. We're going to do a mole ratio to get us to moles of F2, and then we're going to multiply by the molar mass of F2. So our first step was to divide by the molar mass. So that means the grams of HF need to go on the bottom, and 1 mole of HF goes on top. So HF is 19 plus 1.01. So we get 20.01 grams per 1 mole. Second step is to do our molar ratio. So remember, we want the moles of the substance that we need at the end. So F2 over the moles of the substance we started with, HF. Looking at those coefficients, so there's 1 for HF, or 1 for F2, 2 for HF. Third step now, we're going to go from moles back to grams. So we're going to multiply by the molar mass. That means grams of F2 go on top, and there's 1 mole of F2 on the bottom. So 19 times 19 is 38. And this equals, let me pull this over a little bit, 145 divided by 20.01 divided by 2 and times 38. So our answer is 137.68 grams of F2. Now we're on to our last problem. How many grams of F2 are needed to react with 15 grams of H2? So starting with our 15 grams of H2, we are going to divide by the molar mass of H2, do a mole ratio to get to moles of F2, and then multiply by the molar mass of F2 to get back to grams. So first step, we're dividing by the molar mass, so that means the grams go on the bottom. There are 2.02 grams of H2 because it's diatomic in 1 mole of H2. We're going to multiply that by our mole ratio. So the moles of what we want are on top, that's F2. The moles of what we're trying to get rid of are H2. And this is a 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1. And then our final step is going to be to multiply by the molar mass, which is the same as up here. 38 grams of F2 for 1 mole of F2. So in the calculator, we would see 15 divided by 2.02 times 1 times, I'm not going to do that first, I'm going to do that, times 38. So 282.18 grams of F2.
Good afternoon, North Kitsap.